ProudHooligan.com for all your Insane Throttle official merchandise, including our new Proud Hooligan line. ProudHooligan.com has a wide assortment of gear to make you look good on your next ride. ProudHooligan.com is the go-to for every biker when they want to look good as well as to help the show out while doing it. Visit ProudHooligan.com now. Rock on. Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Welcome to Motorcycle Madhouse. This is episode, let me look up the episode here. I should know the episode, 437. Man, I am freaking slacking this morning, baby. Oh my God, we got a pretty good show for you today. I'm gonna answer some questions from a so-called investigative reporter. Man, you gotta love these guys. Hey, what is with all the anonymous crap, man? Why can't you just, speak regularly, man? You know, you don't have to hide your voice. You don't have to be embarrassed of what you do. I actually like the reporting, man. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, Hollywood, he said this and that. Okay, and I have to answer his questions because, for one, I don't hide. I like being honest with my audience. Yes, I do. But the anonymous stuff, what are you wearing, a mask or something, pulling your pecker? What do you want to do here? Anyway, brought up, and by the way, man, this dude got some cool-ass pictures of me. He has pictures that I don't even have anymore. Can you send those to me by email, info@insanethrottlebikernews.com? I'd really appreciate that because, again, I don't have them anymore. Dude, you must have been all up in my shit, baby. You know what? Just because you got all those pictures does not mean I'm to be taking showers with you, okay, or pulling your pecker. That ain't happening. But if you can forward those pictures, I really would appreciate it, okay? Now, he had some very interesting questions that do need answered. And I think, since he's got the 25 subscribers and stuff, maybe we could help him out a little bit. How about it? Nah, I ain't gonna say his channel. Because you got to work on your own to get your audience. But I have to admit, the dude has some good freaking skills, man. I really don't say that, and he's not trying to be a hater, but he's just trying to raise questions that need to be answered. Amateur reporter. He even has stuff in there about old Desert Rat, baby. It's probably Desert Rat doing it. I don't know. Anyway, you can tell by the wording and stuff, or either that or it's a freaking cop. It's one or the other. I don't know. Who cares? But let's answer some questions that he was asking about my past. Okay, here we go. He was wondering about my upbringing in Chicago. Well, I'm from the Montclair neighborhood, Grand and Harlem. Yes, I miss the neighborhood. You know what? I really do. Little Mama was cool, though. She sent me some reminders of back home, all the Mexican candy and stuff. Montclair is a beautiful neighborhood, man. Beautiful. Well, except Sayre Park. We used to have a lot of problems with the Sayre Park gaylords out there. But that has to do in reference to the Simon City Royals, baby. Yes, he brought up the SCR. Yes, ain't no pity in Simon City, baby. But I think it, I have to answer the question, so I'm not going to bang on the guy. Let's see here. The Simon City Royals. Yeah, about 11 years old. Early 80s, man. Early 80s. I was brought in by Cicero Red and Whitey Stokes. Great guys. Rest in peace. Taught me a lot, man, those guys. They really did. It was a little different back in the early 80s as far as gangs are concerned than it is now. We actually used fists, baseball bats, chains, all that good stuff. And it wasn't all guns. Yes, that kind of shit happened. I have to admit it happened. And by the way, how do you ask somebody if they've ever been arrested? Are you kidding? You act like you've never been to prison, have you? You don't ask people that. Are you stupid? What's wrong with you? And if you're an investigative reporter, you just look all that stuff up, man. Use the name if you can find it. Anyway, yeah, it was 11 years old. Then he goes on, well, what kind of upbringing were you in to have to be in that kind of serious gang? Oh, come on. Really, guy? Really? You think everybody that's in a gang has to have a shitty upbringing? Is that what you're saying? That right there is just like these freaking papers and cops putting out that clubs, their members are gangsters and stuff. Everybody's a bad person. No, actually, back then it was about our neighborhood and protecting our neighborhood from stuff. There was a transition going on in Humboldt Park with the different ethnicities coming in. And yeah, it was starting to downturn on the 80s until it was moved out and branched out to different areas of the city and around the country. But FP, Franklin Park, yeah, that was one of our deals. It's one of the strongest still going today. And by the way, you act like, or I guess you question that once you're out of, how can I say this? You're not active anymore, that you're no longer a part of the nation. Well, that don't work that way, man. Actually, Simon City, man, it's 51 years now. 51 years, my God. It was funny, man. The earlier guys like Tweet and freaking Bongo or Bozo, freaking wearing the sweaters and stuff with the patch on front. It was a pretty cool time, man. It really was. But it was for the protection in the neighborhood. Because you know what? The neighborhoods back then, the cops. And that's maybe where I get a lot of my attitude towards cops, Leos, and all that type of stuff, is they just weren't around. And when they were around, they were shaking down everybody. You couldn't even do frickin' a dice game without them getting their damn cut, which sucked. And at an early age, that's where I actually got my attitude towards Leo, man. Because I hate to project that all cops are that way, but in Chicago, yeah, even if you're having a dice game on the corner, you're playing cards and stuff, you had to give your bump to them. If not, they'd harass you, throw your asses in jail, and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, I started there, and then get in a little trouble, and then the parents said, you know what, we got to get them out of Montclair and move to Melrose Park, which that really didn't freaking help any. But I met some really good guys out of Melrose Park, man. But it helped that my uncle was how can I say it? Great uncle. Elmwood Park, that's all I have to say about that. There's a lot of stuff I won't talk about that happened back then because, one, it's none of your business, and two, I don't help cops out. I'm not one of them dry snitchers and all that kind of stuff where we talk about the stuff that we used to do. But yeah, Melrose Park, went to high school in Northlake. And one thing, man, that really upset me, okay? I gotta say this. It upset me. Why are you bouncing on tennis and baseball and street dance? Are you kidding me? Yes, I played baseball. Yes, I was damn good at it. Yes, because I had an attitude problem towards my father. Because, he was pushing. I got out of baseball at 18, but I did have a contract with a minor league affiliate of a major league team. All you have to do is, if you're such an investigative reporter, go look it up, man. Go look at some newspaper archives. You'll see it. But then he bumps on tennis. I use tennis to get in shape for fucking baseball, man. I love tennis. What's wrong with tennis? But I guess his point of view is that bangers, they don't play tennis. They don't do this. They don't do that. They're the biggest criminals in the freaking world. They're doing nothing but getting arrested. That was his point of view in those questions. I still can't believe you bang on tennis. And by the way, I don't have a freaking yearbook. Can you send me them photos again? I need them. I want to have them, man. I'm looking at then until now. It's like, damn, I got old. Okay, 1991. The way it was in the neighborhood, you took kind of a step up to the next level. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Predadoras or predators, but the predadoras in the neighborhood actually, yeah, it was kind of a street mix with motorcycles. I was just getting in, I don't know, getting into motorcycles at that point of time. Wasn't real serious, but I was a banger. So they had a street crew and they had that MC, which, by the way, the Predators, they were real active. And I'm not going to talk about the mid 90s and stuff about what happened, but it has to be 98 when everything ceased to exist on the MC part, because a lot of them had what was called prison chapters at that time. And by that time, I was really in the bikes. I met this one president out of the north side, and he really got me into it. You got to see all the stuff, the guys partying and the motorcycles. It was just beautiful, and that's why I kind of gravitated towards that side. And when stuff started going the other way with how they were breaking up, going into the prison stuff. And by the way, you read this in my book, okay? And you don't got good reviews. I got 4 freaking stars on that stuff at Amazon. You know how hard it is to get 4 stars and keep all you people happy. But anyway, it's in there. A picture of the freaking the patch, the whole 9 yards. If you want to strip search me, you can see all the friggin' SCR tattoos all over me. But that's not something I have online. Jesus Christ, man. You want me to put my whole life out there? Are you serious? But hey, you got questions, I'll give you your answers, because I don't hide behind nothing. I'm not like these other YouTubers. I'm not like, how can I say it, where I say I'm from Chicago and I'm actually from a distant suburb. Like you asked, Tinley Park's 40 miles outside of Chicago. You asked me that. We don't consider it near the freaking city. We don't consider that growing up in the city. None of that type of stuff. And even when I moved into Melrose Park and went to school in North Lake, I was still around the guys. Uh, I was still going into the city, the old neighborhood, the whole 9 yards. But again, we started a chapter in Franklin Park, which again is one of the biggest ones still active today. Uh, but just because you were banging don't mean you did this and did that. I stayed away from drugs because I had my great uncle, and the first thing, let's just say he was in the business, okay? Let's just keep it there. First thing he says is stay away from the drugs, man, because you're not making your money if you're getting thrown in freaking jail. You got all kinds of freaking rats on you and that kind of stuff. So that stuck with me. I remember him giving me a job at this place called Coco's over on 19th and Lake in Melrose Park. I got to know all those guys too that he knew. They taught me a lot, man. And drugs and those times were not good. You couldn't be around that type of stuff. Because again, you would get all these freaking morons that would rat on you, and still to this day, I don't believe in it. Now, I do believe in, a little gambling here, a little escort services, that kind of stuff is well documented as well. So you can find that kind of stuff, man. I went from doing that kind of stuff to swingers clubs, anything that could make. But I always worked for myself. Let's just put it that way. Uh, but let me go back. Banging on tennis, man, that pisses me off, man. You know how good of a cardio that is? And dance, that's when the freaking hip hop was coming around, man. And, doing the freaking traveling man, all that kind of stuff. Man, I wish I still had stuff. Maybe you can get me pictures of that crap. But yeah, I used to cut a rug a little bit, man. I did some good stuff. I remember even doing what was it when that freaking Dirty Dancing was freaking hot, doing those lifts and stuff. That was pretty freaking cool. But anyway, I think it was like it had to be 98. It has to be when they went down, and then about 2000, went up to the no 2001 or 2002. No, it had because it was like a 3 year spin between it. Anyway, it was early 2000s. The Pistons just started up and stuff. Chapters were popping up, so I got into that. And it was great, man. The Pistons were everything, and it was a little different. I have to say, a little different than just a few years earlier when things were hot in Chicago. Yeah, where things hot in Chicago, but that's how I did that. But again, you act like once you're gone, you're gone. That's all I can say is that's not the truth. Not the truth, whatever. Either you've been reading too many books or you've been watching too many movies. Why would I freaking not associate with people that I was around all my life? Are you stupid? Really? And then he asked, well, what about the teardrops? Well, if you notice, they're not filled in. Those are people that I lost that were very, very close to me. So that's your question there. You act like, well, you didn't have all these tattoos on your face until. Actually, yeah, I did. I got them a couple years ago. I owned a tattoo shop, so that way I can get them all I wanted. And I've always wanted them. But the teardrops, and you'll see a 17 under there as well, were for people that I lost. It wasn't to try to make myself look tougher. No, it was not. It's just it meant everything I have as far as tattoos mean everything to me. You're asking about the Simon City Royals tattoos. Yes, the old pin and freaking thread. That was my first one. And what was that? That had to be 83? Yeah, I was young when I got them up. I can remember the parents, trust me on that. I got an ass whooping on that one. Then, of course, my inner arm with the Chicago Italian with the money. Yeah. But, yeah, I just thought I'd answer that stuff because they're acting like, well, let's just get them. Let's just. You ask me anything you want. Anything on this show. And I'll try to give you the answer as best as I can. By the way, you only talked about the YouTube channel having like 30,000 people. I got over 6,000 followers on Facebook. And then HarleyLiberty.com, that was actually my first one that I started off blogging and stuff like that. And that's when, everything began. Because, I haven't seen any older material. Well, it's been around since 2012 on HarleyLiberty.com. The last few years, I've been doing the YouTube radio show podcast because I said, hey, wait a second here. Nobody's doing it, and people need to, try to get some context in what these articles are saying. So I started that. If you do know, when I did start off, one schluck complained to YouTube and got one of my other channels taken down. And that actually, if you go look at it, is where the Hollywood and China Doll show is at. You'll see /Insane Throttle. That was my original one that got taken down. So I get it. You're an amateur freaking reporter or investigator, whatever the hell you claim to be. Again, get rid of the anonymous stuff. People are not going to take you freaking serious. And I have to say, you got some good stuff on there, man. You really do. But you got to come off with this anonymous voice stuff, man, because it makes you look ridiculous. You're not going to get some subscribers if they don't know who you are or you're too afraid to put your stuff out there. I get it. Okay? You're nervous about some of the people that you're doing stories on. Fine, whatever. But then you lose all credibility because you're hiding behind a screwed up voice. But anyway, let's recap here, okay? Let's recap. That way I can get into some biker news. I need to get into some biker news here. Montclair, that's Grand and Harlem, okay? Most of the activity happened out at Humboldt Park until we started spreading out. If you don't know who Tweed is, or Cicero Red, or Whitey Stokes, these are freaking some of the, yeah. That's on you. And again, bashing on tennis. I love tennis. I especially loved it when the girls were doing it because their titties would be bouncing around and yeah. But I did use that for cardio. And just because you're a banger don't mean you don't get into other stuff, man. You know what? That's stupid. That is really stupid. And then the Predators was a stepping stone. Basically. No, it wasn't club jumping because right in the middle of everything, that kind of went to the wayside and it went hardcore. And I still talk to them guys today. I still freaking, twice a month I take calls from guys that are in the joint right now doing life that I know. You know, my past is nothing that I'm ashamed of. It's nothing that I'm going to forget about. And I sure the hell ain't going to, push people to the side because, I'm over here and, they're still doing. I know guys that are 50 years old still banging. They love the nation. That's the way it works. So hopefully that answers it. The Pistons, and then I got you on the tattoo. So hopefully that's all the questions you want answered. Hey, if you want to come on the program and talk to me, let's do it. But remember, you got to come in your real voice, man. I don't get off on this freaking, anonymous crap. That's just so weak, man. So weak. Anyway, let's get into the biker news. Hopefully I answered your questions. Hopefully. As honest as I can. And don't forget, send me some of them frickin' pictures, man. That's stuff I don't even have. Let's go to a break, and we'll be right back with Biker News. Go over to ProudHooligan.com for all your Insane Throttle official merchandise, including our new Proud Hooligan line. ProudHooligan.com has a wide assortment of gear to make you look good on your next ride. ProudHooligan.com is the go-to for every biker when they want to look good, as well as to help the show out while doing it. Visit ProudHooligan.com now. Rock on. Hi, I'm James Hollywood Machikari. Join me Monday through Friday for Motorcycle Mayhem Morning Show on YouTube Live, Facebook, and all major podcasting platforms where we talk about all the major biker news going on in the scene. Rock on! Get your most unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on! Hi, I'm Hollywood.
And I'm China Doll. Listen to the Hollywood and China Doll Evening Show, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all major podcasting platforms. And don't forget to subscribe to our brand new YouTube channel.
Rock on! Okay, let's get into some good stuff, some biker news. The Sydney Morning Herald. And this is a big deal going on over in Australia. They are executing search warrants all over the place. They even start, and we covered this in the last episode, they are freaking going nuts over there, man. They're going after all the rivals of the rebels because, a gangland execution of rebels boss Nick Martin by launching Operation Ravello. Yeah, They even designated a whole entire operation towards this one, warning all gangs they'll be coming down on members and associates in force. Now, I wonder, why are they freaking going so nuts on this? Are they on the payroll or something? Just asking. You know what? It was a quip. State Crime Assistant Commissioner Brad Royce on Monday said the 100-strong operation comprised of detectives and officers was launched in response to the homicide of Mr. Martin, with an added focus to cramp down on crime gang. Let me see if I can get this to pull up. Let's see here. Let's see. Come on, pull up. No, it's not going to happen. Oh, wait a second.
Surgeons are this evening removing a bullet from the arm of a bikie that could help him identify the killer of former Rebels boss Nick Martin. 9 News has obtained exclusive pictures from inside the hospital as police work to catch the executioner and stop a bikie war.
The bullet that could catch a killer is inside ex-bandito Ricky Chapman, photographed here in his hospital bed. A bullet that could lead police to the weapon and potentially the person that killed his father-in-law, senior rebel Nick Martin. A Perth underworld heavyweight shot dead by what police believe was a precision sniper's bullet from long range in a crowd of hundreds on Saturday night. It went straight through the 51-year-old's chest and into Chapman, who was sitting behind him in the stands at Perth Motorplex. Surrounding them, innocent racegoers and their children.
We will be coming in force. We make no apology for that. If the 1% want to come out into our community and commit acts of violence where we go and with our families, then we'll go into their community.
The gang crime squad wasted no time bashing down bikie doors overnight, seizing a large amount of cocaine from the Mongols Clubhouse in Wangara. Patched member Bradley Baker charged with intent to sell. He's well known on the Gold Coast. And a second Mongol, Rosbay Tangshabani, now behind bars for breaching a supervision order. Plus, they raided the shoulder of the home of a 71-year-old associate, finding a shotgun, 4 rifles and 2 firearms with silencers. The gang squarely in police sights amidst rumours of rival tensions following a mass defection of rebels to join Troy McCanty in the Mongols camp. Also raided the Hells Angels for the second time in 2 months. Weapons and prescription drugs seized from their clubhouse in Malaga, but no arrests. They're being investigated after this very public fight between Nick Martin and a senior Hells Angel a fortnight ago in Scarborough. Ricky Chapman went into surgery this afternoon. The 31-year-old is dating Martin's stepdaughter, Stacey Shop. A former bandito, he was involved in Australia's biggest ever bikie brawl on the Gold Coast in 2013. And was sentenced to 5 years in prison for dealing meth to an undercover cop. Sources say he's found a new home among the WA rebels, but isn't a patched member. Rather, a right-hand man and advisor to Martin. In preparing for a bikie war, police have dedicated 100 officers and they haven't ruled out adding more. But the opposition says we just don't have the resources.
14 of the 16 police districts in Western Australia are under strength.
They are just lies. Lies and misrepresentations by Mr Kirkup and his colleagues.
As for who shot Martin...
So early in the investigation, these things do take a while.
In other words, they've got nothing.
Ouch. Well, I guess that really states what the hell's going on over there. I think they're probably mad because this out of 6PR 882, Washington, or WA, I said Washington because you guys got that. WA fails to introduce anti-consorting laws to stop bikie violence. Oh, yeah. The Attorney General has blamed the opposition for delaying legislation that would stop criminal gang members from consorting with each other. It comes after the shocking execution of former rebel motorcycle gang boss Nick Martin. The 51-year-old, as you guys heard, I'm going to skip over that we just spent 3 minutes looking at that. The state government introduced tough new anti-consorting laws to Parliament in January, but the bill hit a roadblock in the upper house. Attorney General John Quigley spoke with 6PR's Gary Adshed about the legislation. Quote, "The Liberals did their best to slow down and stop the passage of this legislation. Now, I think it's backwards over there. The liberals are like Republicans here and conservatives. I don't know. You guys over there have to tell me, okay? Quote, their stupid time wasting has cost the police this power. Remember, do not give the cops this kind of power. Scary stuff here. The legislation, which is already in place in New South Wales and Queensland, would see the disruption of communication and networking between convicted offenders. These anti-consorting laws could be used to seriously disrupt these organizations. If the police intercept them on a telephone call, talking to each other, they can be arrested and put before the court with a maximum penalty of 5 years. That right there is some scary stuff. Scary, man. Holy cow. Intercept them talking on the phone? You guys need a Bill of Rights over there. Parliament is now finished for the year, which means the bill will need to be reintroduced after the March election. I will do everything I can to deliver to police the legislation, weapons they need to disrupt and bust up these gangs. And then you heard, this is huge stuff over there. They launched major task force. They come in force, the whole 9 yards. The raided clubhouses were the Mongols and the Hells Angels in that deal. Now let's go to some good stuff, shall we? Wreath honors veterans. Rock and roll, man. Wreaths were laid and a prayer said at 16 cemeteries around the Wyoming Valley as members from a number of American legions and motorcycle clubs around the country banded together to ensure the area's fallen veterans are not forgotten this holiday season. Entitled Wreaths for Heroes, the idea was spun off the National Wreaths Across America campaign, but with a local twist. Quote, COVID put a wrench in our usual plans, but we still wanted to honor our veterans. An American Legion member and member of the 2nd Brigade Motorcycle Club, we wanted to do something positive in a negative situation. In addition to Legion members and riders from Dallas, Harvey's Lake, and Kingston, the event was also aided and supported by the Alliance of Bikers Aimed Towards Education, or ABATE, chapter of Luzerne County, as well as Pride 2nd Brigade, Iron Valor, and Wyoming Valley Motorcycle Clubs. Everyone had a hand in putting this together. Rock and roll, man. Toy drives held the Benefit Christmas for Kids program. Let's listen.
This annual Christmas is for Kids program are going on over the weekend. The Gun Runners Motorcycle Club kicked off this weekend by hosting a toy drive in Dover Foxcroft yesterday and continued their efforts with one today in Bangor. The Christmas is for Kids program benefits children and families across 3 of Maine's counties.
The event means a lot to us. We're able to help the kids Christmas time during a difficult time right now. Just trying to get as many presents as we can for them, and it's going very well.
Just seeing the generosity of the community has been amazing. I think people are just looking for something positive to do this year, and seeing them come around this has just been amazing to see. And the toys that people are giving are so amazing. I just can't wait to see the excitement and know what kids are going to see on Christmas morning when they see the toys that have been given this year.
Now there you go, rock and roll. Let's go to another one. I love the freaking Christmas time stuff, man. The PAC MC holds Feed the Need event. Let's listen in.
One before, a group of bikers clad in black leather rolls into town, sets up in a local park, and offers everything from free food to free haircuts for the less fortunate. That was the scene from Charlottesville today, where the PAC MC made sure their neighbors were not in need this holiday season. NBC 29's Andrew Webb has the story.
Here at Tonsler Park in Charlottesville, it's another Feed the Need event. People giving back, doing whatever they can to help the community.
We don't care if you come in a car or you come pushing a shopping cart. We're here to help everybody.
Arthur Baskfield is the president of the PAC MC.
We don't want to block our blessings by being selfish because we're working every day. Some people not working every day.
It's the second annual Feed the Need event for the Fluvanna County-based motorcycle club.
Free food, free clothes, bicycles for the kids, and anything else that we can help you with. If you need help, we'll help you with your bills. We will help you. We're just out here to help.
That offer even includes free haircuts from Lauren Bishop, based out of Palmyra.
No distance is too far. It's great. Just an opportunity to serve the community who's helped me so much in my time of need. I'm grateful to get to help them in theirs.
Rock on, man. Awesome. PAC MC holds the Feed to Need event. Now, choreographs Wall of Shame. Here we go. See what?
Local police officer under arrest off the job. Fox News learning about an hour ago, Officer Matt Parker with the Chickasaw Police Department has been charged with domestic violence. Shelby Myers live outside Chickasaw PD in Shelby. Parker just given an award a few weeks ago.
Yeah, he sure was, Lanice. According to the department's Facebook page, Officer Matt Parker was given the award of First Responder of the Year just last month. Now, I was searching on my Facebook page and I did see that the department took those pictures down, but take a look. Here's what he looked like as he received that award during the ceremony, and here's what we know about the arrest tonight. According to Somerdale Police, officers responded to a gas station on Monday to check out a domestic violence complaint. After more investigation, officers determined there was probable cause to arrest Parker. That's really all Somerdale PD is saying about the case right now. Chickasaw, meantime, the police here telling us that Parker has been placed on administrative leave. Of course, we're hoping to find much more details as soon as papers are filed.
There's another
in court,
one,
and we'll bring
man.
that latest to you. Like tonight.
Let's go to my final thought. Over to ProudHooligan.com for all your Insane Throttle official merchandise, including our new Proud Hooligan line. ProudHooligan.com has a wide assortment of gear to make you look good on your next ride. ProudHooligan.com is the go-to for every biker when they want to look good as well as to help the show out while doing it. Visit ProudHooligan.com now. Rock on. And welcome back, everybody. We are going into my final thoughts. Yeah, we're going into the thoughts of a friggin' maniac. No, I'm just kidding, man. Some people will say that, though. I get it. It was fun, J-Man. Well, sometimes you really are out there, Hollywood. Yes, I am, and I friggin' am proud of that. I do not conform. As far as Mr. Anonymous, you know what? One of these days I should put a face mask on. I really should. And I'd always wanted to try one of those anonymous deals, you know, talk with all messed up and stuff like this dude does in his video. But you're always welcome to ask me questions. I'm not going to sit there and pull on your pecker and lie to you and stuff like that. I'm going to give it to you straight up if you like it or not. If you like the answers or not, that's just the way it's going to be. But I'm never going to be freaking embarrassed of my past, man. I always say you learn more on the streets than you do in school or any of that. You know what? I was always too busy to go to school. My kids always bust on me because I had, like, what was it, a 1.1 or a 1.2 grade point average. I was not good in school. You know, as far as math, all I needed to know was how to count green. That's the way it was. But yes, I still, how can I say it? I still stay in contact with the guys from the neighborhood and stuff. And that's always going to be in my heart. There's nothing to be embarrassed about that. I know a lot of you guys started off in the gangs, and you'll always feel that way. Just because you go and ride in the club doesn't mean that you're going to leave that behind. No, that's always with me, man. I'm always going to be a proud, Royal. Always going to be. Crap, you guys see my KC hats on half the time, so... nothing to be embarrassed about for me, man. Hopefully I answered the dude's question, but just advice, man, because I know you're going after the bigger channels to try to get controversy started. to get people over to your channel, lose the damn voice. And, actually have some balls and show yourself, present the freaking material. If you're so-called amateur investigator reporter, actually show yourself. Because then people will take you serious, because they're not going to take you serious or your allegations unless they can see you. That's just the way it works. So, anyway, man, that stuff going over in Australia, my God, that is blowing the freak up. They are going nuts. And I was just sitting here while I was watching that story saying, damn, man, they don't have any Bill of Rights over there. If they can just, they want to pass a law, if you're talking to somebody, they can give you a maximum penalty under these consorting laws. That is just insane. Holy cow, what is going on with you people over there? Australia, tell me what's up. I know they actually mandated to where you got to vote over there. Are you guys voting in the right people? Because, again, you guys are all backwards compared to here in the States, so I don't know how it works over there. But anyway, the toy runs and all that stuff, I've always said that's my favorite time of the year. I love it. I love this time of year because it just shows you how good bikers are really doing. And I bet that pisses off Leo, man. I bet it does. Oh, my God. But anyway, don't forget to hit the likes button, subscribe, listen to us on iHeart, or not iHeart, over on Spotify and all that good stuff. Take us to work with you. Pass us around. That really helps the show out, man. I'm outie, man. Appreciate it. Go over to ProudHooligan.com for all your Insane Throttle official merchandise, including our new Proud Hooligan line. ProudHooligan.com has a wide assortment of gear to make you look good on your next ride. ProudHooligan.com is the go-to for every biker when they want to look good as well as to help the show out while doing it. Visit ProudHooligan.com now. Rock on. Hi, I'm James Hollywood Machikari. Join me Monday through Friday for Motorcycle Mayhem Morning Show on YouTube Live, Facebook, and all major podcasting platforms where we talk about all the major biker news going on in the scene. Rock on! Get your most unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on! Hi, I'm Hollywood.
And I'm China Doll. Listen to the Hollywood and China Doll Evening Show, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all major podcasting platforms. And don't forget to subscribe to our brand new YouTube channel.
Rock on!
We'll be right back.